Hello and welcome to day 3 of the 30-day yoga challenge. Today we are working towards supported headstand, so a slightly different variation, one you may or may not be familiar with. I also recommend working with a block if you have one or something similar, and it will come in from time to time just to offer more assistance. When you're ready, we'll begin in a seated position. So sit yourself up if you like to elevate the hips, rest your hands on your knees, and then close your eyes. Start by taking a deep breath in and a long exhale out. And just continuing to breathe with more awareness than you might have so far today. Start to relax the muscles in the face. Soften your belly. And let go of anything you've been carrying on your shoulders. Then tilt your head to the left and reach the right arm out to the right side. And you're feeling for a stretch all the way along the side of the neck, down the arm, all the way to your fingertips. Pause for a breath in here. Exhale out. And then relax the right hand back onto your knee. Tilt your head over to the right side and reach the left arm out to the left side. Finding that stretch along the side of the neck, shoulder and arm. Take a full breath in. Exhale out. Then rest left hand on the knee, bring the head back into neutral, and you can open the eyes if they aren't already. Bring your fingertips and rest them on your shoulders, and we'll do an ecstatic breathing, twisting routine. We'll start slow and then we can pick up the pace. With your inhale, twist to the left. Keeping the elbows out to the side, chest is open. Exhale, twist to the right. A little quicker, inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Now in time with your breath. Start to pick up the pace. And gradually starting to slow it down. Finish twisting left and right, and come back through center. Extend the legs in front of you and face the front of your mat. Hands can start at the backs of the knees as we sit back. Lift the feet for boat. This could be option number 1. Option number 2, you could take the hands away, reach the arms forwards. Option number 3, you could extend the legs. And relax the shoulders, focus your gaze on one spot, steady your breath. Rebend the knees if you straighten the legs. You could use your hands either side your body for support here if you need. Slowly lower down and extend the legs, coming to low boat. Inhale, lift up into what I'm going to call high boat. So knees are bent, chest is lifting up. Exhale, slowly extend the legs as you lower down to low boat. Inhale, lift, high boat. A few more times at the pace of your breath. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Once more. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Then you can either swing your legs around for tabletop or cross your ankles and rock forwards to come through. Set your hands and your knees in tabletop and we'll work through the same wrist sequence we've been practicing. So this is position 1, fingers face forwards. Position 2, spin the hands around, go as far as you can. Remember to keep a little bend in the elbows so you're not hyperextending. Then position 3, flip the hands, fingers face one another, push the floor away. Pause for a breath. Position 1, inhale. Exhale. Position 2, inhale. Exhale. Position 3, inhale. Exhale. Position 1, one more round. Inhale. Exhale. Position 2, inhale. Exhale. Position 3, press the hands into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Position 1, good. Straighten the left leg and stack left hip over right and create a kickstand with the right leg. Inhale, left arm reaches overhead for a modified side plank, side stretch. Option to turn the chest open, lift the gaze to look up. With your exhale, windmill, the arms lift up. Rest left hand on the leg, right arm reaches overhead. Side body stretch. Turn the chest open, inhale here. Exhale, come back to your modified side plank. This time a little bit more of a challenge. Hover the right knee off the mat. You could always hover the knee, but just keep the toes there as a way to modify this. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, lower the knee down, lift up. Left hand rests on the leg, right arm reaches overhead. Side body stretch, inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand back down, adding on another progression. So as you pick up the knee, extend the leg in front of you. You can either have the leg hovering off the mat or rest the foot on the ground to modify here. Hold for a breath in. This time with your breath out, lower the foot if it's lifted and sit your hips down into a straddle position. You could take the legs wider if you prefer. Rest the left hand on the inside of the leg, reach the right arm up and over as you bend to the left side. Good. Start to turn your chest open. Inhale here. Exhale. Plant the right hand back where it was. Pick up your hips. Then turn the left foot to face forwards, lower the left hand, and step the right foot back to plank. Inhale, hold your pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Go slow. You could always lower the knees if you're modifying here. Then keep your hands back close to the lower ribs. Inhale to lift the chest for a cobra. Try to keep the weight out of the hands so it's the muscles in your back doing the lifting, not the hands doing the pushing. With your exhale, push back to tabletop. Second side, extend the right leg. Stack right hip over left and create a kickstand with the left leg. Right arm reaches overhead for your modified side plank, side stretch. Inhale, turn the chest open, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, press away from the floor, lift up. Right hand rests on the leg, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale, bending to the right. Exhale, left hand comes back down for your modified side plank. Option to hover the left knee off the mat this time. You could always keep the toes just resting on the floor for a little bit of assistance. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, lower the knee back down, lift up. Right hand rests on the leg, left arm reaches over, side body stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand comes back down, adding on another progression. Extend the left leg in front. You can either hover the leg off the mat or lower the foot for some assistance. Inhale, hold your pose. Exhale, lower the foot down, lower the hips, find your straddle stance. Right hand comes to the inside of the right leg, bend to the right, reach the left arm over. Inhale here. At the end of your exhale, plant the left hand back where it was, pick up the hips, turn your body to face forwards. Lower the right hand down, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Go slow. This time there's the option to move into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. For the first one, you may prefer to keep the heels raised, legs bent. Start to pedal out your legs. Just easing yourself into position here. Then looking forwards, take baby steps to walk the feet to the top of the mat to find forward fold. Exhale all the breath out here. Then inhale slowly round your spine, roll up to stand. Relax your shoulders, rest the arms by your side, turn your palms open to face forwards. Just finding a sense of grounding for a moment. Rock forwards towards your toes, lift your heels. And then rock back, shift the weight into the heels and lift all 10 toes. Spread your toes wide. And starting with the pinky toe side of your foot, slowly lower your toes down one at a time. Just creating that wide foundation, that stable base. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee in towards your chest. Inhale here. With your exhale, extend the leg back. Come through warrior 3. And step the foot back to high lunge. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms. Roll your shoulders back. Broaden your chest, just like we did yesterday, inviting a little bit of a back bend here. Hold for another breath in. As you exhale, keep the arms in this cactus position. Twist the torso to the right. Then the right hand can rest on the back leg and the left arm could reach up. So you're just you're reversing your twisted high lunge. Pause for a breath here. With your exhale, left hand will reach forwards and come down to the mat or down to a block if you have one. Shift the weight into the front foot as you lift your back leg, and the right arm will reach up, coming into revolved half moon. Focus your gaze on one spot to help with the balance. Then keeping a bend in the front knee, step your back foot forwards. Sit your hips back into chair and bring hands to prayer, left elbow to the outside of right knee for twisted chair. If you're feeling restricted here, then you could rest the left forearm across both thighs and reach the right arm up. And this can really help if the previous version didn't work for you. Pause. Inhale here. With your exhale, shift your weight back through your heels, twist a little further to the right. One more time like this. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Then release, fold forwards, option to straighten the legs here. Round your spine, roll all the way up to stand. Inhale. Then take a moment to establish that foundation again. This time shifting weight into the left foot, lift the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, extend the leg back, coming through warrior 3 with control. Step the foot back, arms up, inhale, high lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms, roll your shoulders back, find that back bend. Inhale here. Exhale, twist the torso to the left. Left arm can reach for the back leg, right arm reaches up, revolving your twisted high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, shift forwards. Right hand can either come down to the mat in front of you or down to a block. Shift weight into the front foot as you lift the back leg. Then reach the left arm up to complete the twist. Find a place to focus your gaze. Then bend the front leg, step the back foot forwards, Sink your weight back through your heels as you sit back in chair. Bring hands to prayer. Right elbow to outside of left knee could be option 1. Option 2, rest the forearms across both thighs and reach left arm up so that your chest has more space. Inhale here. Exhale, shift weight back through the heels. Twist a little further. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, shift back. Release, twist, untwist, and fold forwards. Then inhale, half lift. Fingertips could stay on the ground or perhaps on a block if you have one. Exhale, step to plank. Hold for breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Option 2, take cobra or upward dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax, chin towards the chest. Settle in for 5 deep breaths. Option 2, edge the feet a little further away to find more sensation in the back of the legs. Final breath here. Inhale, right leg lifts, open out the hip. Exhale, step through to warrior 2. Relax your shoulders, reach your arms apart. Gaze at your front middle finger. Then straighten the front leg. With an inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, right hand can come down and rest on the leg or on a block if you have one. Just placing it on the inside of the foot. Left arm reaches up, turn your chest open. Drag your feet towards one another and notice if you can feel more engagement along the inner thighs. Final breath here, inhale. Exhale. Rebend the front knee. Inhale to lift up, warrior 2. Keep the front leg as it is. Open out your back foot. Bend the knee, sink the hips into goddess. Option to keep your arms reaching apart, or you could cactus the arms here, or maybe just rest hands on thighs. If you're feeling like your stance is a little too wide, you could always edge the feet in slightly closer. With your next inhale, lift the hips. Bring the feet in parallel, straighten the legs. Hands come to hips. Draw your elbows back, puff up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. And angle the crown of the head towards the mat here. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Shift your weight forwards into your toes. Maybe see if you could rest the crown of the head on the ground here. Good. Inhale, lift up. Turn to face forwards and step to plank. In your plank position, come down to your forearms. If you have a block, you could place it in between the forearms so that you can squeeze the forearms into the block to avoid the elbows opening out to the side, which often happens, which compromises your stability. So if you have the block, squeeze it. If not, don't worry, just focus on drawing the elbows towards one another to keep forearms parallel. And pressing through the forearms, hold for a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Sink your hips down. And you may find that you can just keep the forearms in place to find Sphinx pose. Inhale here. Exhale. Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, open out the hip. Exhale, step through to warrior 2. Relax your shoulders, reach the arms apart. Focus your gaze on your front middle finger. Straighten the front leg. With an inhale, reach forwards. Lower the left hand down. You could either rest on the lower leg or perhaps incorporate a block if you have one. Reach the right arm up, turn your chest open. And start to drag your feet towards one another. See if you can feel that engagement in the legs. Come back to your breath. Inhale, lift up. Front leg bends. Open out the back foot and bend the knee. Sink the hips down into goddess. There's also the option just to edge the feet a little closer if they're feeling like they've escaped too far apart. Try to sink your hips down so they're at the same level as your knees. Good. Then inhale, pick up the hips, straighten the legs, bring the feet in parallel. Just like we practice, bring hands to hips, roll your shoulders back, puff up your chest, inhale. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forwards, and angle the crown of the head towards the ground here. Pause a few breaths here. Trying to bring the crown of the head down to the mat as best you can. Good. Lift your chest halfway. You may need to bend your knees a little in order to do this, so that you can bring your forearms down to the mat. Interlace your fingers to create a basket. Then bring the crown of the head down to the mat, and the hands will rest at the back of the head. Just like we practiced a moment ago, squeeze your elbows in towards one another so that you keep that stable base and the elbows don't escape to the side. It may be that you just stay here, just getting used to having some more weight in the head. If you'd like to progress towards your supported headstand, then lift your heels, come up onto your toes, shift the weight into your head and your forearms. This may be as far as you'd like to take it. If you'd like to go further, keep shifting that weight, leaning forwards, and you may feel the feet get a little bit lighter, and eventually they may lift. Wherever you are, pause here, steady your breath. If you're coming up into the headstand, keep your legs in a straddle position. Point your toes, try to engage the legs. Press through the forearms. Hold for another breath in. Exhale. If you're in the headstand, hinge from the hips. You're lowering the legs down. Then inhale to lift halfway. Turn to face forwards and step to plank. Lower your knees. Then keeping the hips over the knees, walk the hands forwards and sink the chest down into puppy pose. Option to rest the chin or the forehead on the mat here. Keep your upper body where it is, but bring your awareness to your spine. Start to round the lower back. Then send a ripple all the way through the spine as you round and ripple forwards. As you ripple, the chest will lift off the mat. Start to sink your hips forwards and down so you come to lie down on your belly. Bend your elbows to come into Sphinx pose. Then drag your elbows towards your chest like you're pulling your chest forwards. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale here. Exhale audibly out. Come back into tabletop. Then you can sit back, swing your legs around to find a lying position. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a gentle rock side to side. And keep the legs in this tucked position. Open the arms into a T shape. Using the strength of your abdominal muscles, let the legs fall to the right side. Go really slow through this so you're controlling every little bit of the movement. And you may feel that you've reached your edge. When you get to that point with control, lift the legs back up. Inhale. With your exhale, let the legs fall to the left side into a controlled twist. Go slow. When you get to your edge, lift back up. Inhale. Exhale, let the legs fall to the right. This time, come all the way down into a supine twist. So you may find that the legs can lower all the way. There's also the option to place a block underneath the legs if there is a gap between your legs and the floor. And when you find this position, let yourself completely relax into the ground. And start to deepen and slow the breath. Slowly lift your knees back up. Then with control, let them fall to the left side. Bring yourself all the way into a supine twist. If you're working with the block, take it over to the left side. Place it under your legs so that you are supported. And then settle back into position, relaxing into the ground. Lift the knees back up and relax the legs, straightening down the mat. Relax the arms either side your body and settle in for Shavasana. Make any adjustments you need to, perhaps lifting the upper back, rolling the shoulders down the back. You could also do the same with the hips, just lift them up. Perhaps tuck your tailbone just a little bit to create more space in the lower back. When you do this, you may feel that the legs need to shuffle further down the mat also. Deepen your breath. Start to move your fingers and toes. Hug the knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. And join me back in a seated position, keeping the eyes closed for now. Rest the hands on your knees and sit up tall. Align the top of your head with the base of your spine. And we'll finish with a deep breath in. Exhale out. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I hope that you enjoyed working towards supported headstand. Don't worry if you didn't get it, it takes a lot of time. I think now is a really great opportunity just to let go of any expectation. There will be plenty more opportunities to revisit it and hopefully surprise yourself with what you are capable of. Thank you again. I'll see you for the rest of the challenge.